Good morning. Danny, I'm so glad you're there. Hi, Renee.
Hi, Danny.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you guys.
Good to see everybody.
Yeah, thanks for coming by. And Renee, how are you, Renee? Pretty good? Renee and I are going to be doing a show with Andrea over the weekend on Friday and talking about some things. I know. It's always nice to see collaborations. Gosh, there's so many of them now.
I love
fabulous. It really is. It's a great thing. So I was just telling Susan that we had to say goodbye to our lab on Monday.
Oh, no, very sad.
Yeah, she had some kind of liver issue, I think. But she hadn't eaten for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks actually. And she was and all she would do is sleep, and he was feeding her with a turkey baster.
Oh, I've been there. Oh God.
Yeah. So it is. It's hard. This was our third one we've lost since we've been together. Hi, Terry. It's good to see you. But I thought to myself, maybe we could talk a little bit about how we have to say goodbye to animals and how they view the other side and thanks, Danny. And the other part of it is their souls. I have heard that their souls come back to us in other animals. Have you heard that before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think,
Susan. Yeah.
Well, I think one of the dog that I have right now, I think she's the reincarnation of a dog that I had that crossed over about maybe 10 years ago. There's certain things about her that remind me over and over again of this other dog. And I slipped up, and I've had this dog now. She was a rescue, and I've had her for 4 or 5 years. But I slipped up the other day and actually called her my other dog's nickname. And I was like, wow, you have all these little validations, right? That what happens is you start to have these sneaking suspicions, like, this just reminds me of that behavior that I had to deal with, and then you just keep getting more and more validations. But it's all about whether you're open to it. I feel like a lot of times we're just too busy or whatever,
Right. That's true.
But yeah, do you feel like this dog that you just lost, and again, I'm so sorry, was a reincarnation or had a connection to another pet?
It could have been one of Keith's dogs before I knew him, because he was very close to a dog named Shunka that would sleep right beside him every night and was very loyal. And unfortunately, got loose, went out on the highway and was killed, I believe. So, it could have been that dog. But I also think if it's not a dog that I've had before, that the dog that's gone is sending me that dog.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. That's how I got my Shih Tzu, because I lost this is the second April that I've lost a dog. Last April it was my Shih Tzu, and she had congestive heart failure, and then she was 14. And then this one here would have been 13 in August. So, she's a lab, and labs, they're big dogs. So he took care of her very, very meticulously, though. But I have a Sheltie as well. She's not doing so well either. She's 12. And we're not sure if she has a bladder infection or if she's become incontinent. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I would maybe look at that bladder infection. I think I would look at that. There seems to be a little energy around that.
Yep. She did have one. We gave her a course of antibiotics, but she had that cauliflower ear. She just had that, and so maybe she needs another set of them. So, yeah. Hi there. Hi, Lori. It's good to see you. It's good to see T-Barb,
Angla, Lori,
right, and
Annie, all of you guys.
Thank you all for being here.
Yes.
It's wonderful to see you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
I see a lot of familiar faces out there.
A lot of familiar faces. That's right. So, Yeah, so by way of just explaining how I'm feeling today, just kind of low, but this always makes me feel so much better. And I wanted to add, go ahead and put your questions up for Susan. Remember, in the beginning, we like you to do the if you want to speak to the other side, and if you don't, if you have just a regular question, that's fine as well. But you could save that for the second half. And also, we're asking that. Hi, Becca. We're asking that you also like pick one topic if we have a lot of people waiting. So that would be nice. Oh, hello, Marianne. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, thank you for
Welcome.
joining us.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. Yes. All right. So we've got Becker in Fort Worth. We've got Danny in California. We've got some New Englanders here. We got T Barb. You're from Australia, aren't you? Isn't that right? I think so. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
thank
you
you.
have a good
Thank you.
memory.
I try. It isn't always as sharp as it used to be, but um, all right. So I have a question. My actually Keith had this question. He said, "Would
Okay.
you mind asking Susan if she thinks that the infrastructure bill might pass or not?"
I think it's going to pass.
Good.
I think it's going to pass. And I think that the voting rights bill, the HR one, is it? I forget. But yeah, I think that's going to pass. I'd like to know what Danny thinks too. Danny, chime
Oh
in.
yeah, yeah.
Um, Heck, any of you guys chime in. But yeah, I feel like it's going to pass. And you know what's interesting? If you want to talk about politics for just a second, I got this thing about Matt Gates before he, got in the
You
news. He
did.
was bugging me. His energy was bugging me. Well, guess what? QAnon popped into my head yesterday, and I'm getting this impression
Oh,
that the Republicans are feeling really, what is that when you push somebody out? They're feeling, see, when I'm connected, I can't think of words. They're feeling like they're not relevant, right? That they've been pushed out. They're not relevant. I mean, it's true.
yeah,
And it
yeah,
comes up because you talk about the infrastructure bill and HR1 and different things like that. And listen, Biden is vaccinating people at a rate that's just unbelievable, right? I mean, he's making the vaccines available. He's helping the states wherever he can. So he's
hmm
just really doing a great job right now. And I feel like the Republicans have to do something because they have to. They can see their power slipping,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And so that's a dangerous when you have somebody backed into a corner like that, and you have a very strong political organization like the Republican Party, and they get backed into a corner. That's not a good thing because they're going to do
yeah.
something. They have to do
I,
something to make themselves relevant again. Oh,
I,
Danny thinks it'll pass too. Good.
yes, yeah,
Danny, are you
yeah.
getting any feelings that the Republicans are going to do some kind of shenanigans? Like, I don't want to worry people, but I just feel like they may do something, or arrange for something to be done, that maybe no fingerprints are on their fingerprints aren't on it, but something happened.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Um,
after did you see Mitch or yet 2 days ago? He said that people need to stay, the corporations need to stay out of politics. And he's talking out of two sides of his mouth. And then,
can you?
oh, but they can give us money. They can give us money. Yeah.
Oh my God, it makes you want to just
I know,
It's
explode.
like Citizens United. Okay, so do we want to go back and revisit that? The corporations aren't people. Maybe we
Right.
should just go on.
Maybe we should.
Okay, great. Then let's go back to the Supreme Court and fix this.
Well, they got actually three more filibuster proof things they can do. And
Yes, right.
yeah, so hopefully that
Right.
will change. Anyway, I wanted to make sure, Mary Sullivan, hello, and Robin, I'm glad you're here. Michelle has something to ask you. I'm going to put this up, and then I do want to mention thank you, Kathy, for your uh, saying something about my loss. I appreciate it. And Michelle and Yolanda, thank you. Ah, okay, and we'll get to Lori in a minute. All right, so Michelle wants to know, I would love to know what you get on my brother Dwayne.
Okay, I'm gonna just tap in with him for a moment. Oh, good. Medium Kim is here. Hello, Medium Kim, and Carrie and everybody. I feel like this is what I feel like when I go to Dwayne. I feel like he's like he's busy, he's doing something. He's like, what, me? Y'all are talking to me? You want that's what I feel like he's busy doing something. He's like, what? You're talking to me? Like distracted. He feels distracted. I don't know if he was that kind of person who would just be kind of now when I say busy, what I see also is busy watching TV. Right, so just focus busy on something like something on TV. It could be sports, it could be NASCAR, it could be something like that, and or also at the same time busy doing something. So I don't know if that makes any sense. He's alive. Okay. So, when you ask me about somebody who's alive, I think that you're asking about somebody who's passed over, what I do then is I'm talking to their higher self, right? I'm talking to like their oversoul. So, you would love to know what I get on your brother Dwayne. So, he's a pretty private person. He's alive. So I'm not sure that he asked me a more specific question because I'm not sure that he wants, I could talk about so many different things, right? He has a lot of, I could talk about work. I could talk about, he's not just going to tell me, ask me something very specific. Is he okay? Basically, yes, he's okay. I feel like he's making some decisions, coming to some terms with some things, and making some decisions that that affect him. That I feel like these decisions affect him. Now, of course, when we make a decision about ourselves, it often affects other people too. Sure. But his attention is on him making this decision. I feel like he's making a decision right now. Health-wise. Is that Michelle again? Health-wise, I don't feel like he's dealing with the health part of things. And maybe he's dying of cancer. Okay. So he's I don't think he's really plugged in all the way, right? So the first image I got was distracted, right? Distracted watching TV, distracted doing something. He's trying to distract himself from what's happening, which I don't blame him. There's only so much dwelling on that you can do, right? I mean, you're not really, I don't know. That's a really hard place to be in for a long period of time, right? You have a lot of time to think about that. I feel like he's wanting to distract himself. I think he's thinking about the decisions are, what he's going to do, what's going to happen to various people in his life, what's going to happen to his things. He has a lot to think about. And he was welcoming distraction. That's what I get from it.
Okay. Lori's asking about her mom, who I happen to know was named Annie.
And I just want to say that Medium Kim got stomach. Michelle, is that you can also, Medium Kim can jump in. Danny, anybody can jump in. I was more in his head as to what was going on up here, but Medium Kim is awesome. So missing my mom, and her name is Annie.
Annie. Yep.
Okay. I feel like Annie is I actually hear her say, "Don't be silly, I'm with you. Don't be silly. I know that you're missing me, but don't be silly. I'm with you, right? I'm with you all the time." I feel like she is with you all the time. I feel like there's something about your bedroom. I feel like there's a window, and I feel like the room is a little bit dark, as in like early morning, and the light it's not sunlight coming through your window, but the ambient light is getting brighter. And I feel like she's with you. I don't know if you pray in the morning or if you do something in the morning in that room, but that room feels quiet to me. And I feel like she's with you in that room. I don't know what she's doing, but she just talks about that she's with you specifically in that room. It seems like a quiet time that she connects with you, but she is with you. She sends you her love. She, she's with you a lot. I also see roses. I see not red. They're more like pink, kind of pink roses. I'm not sure if that symbolizes something for you, but that's what she's showing me.
Awesome. That's great.
Hopefully that makes sense. Lori, okay, the cardinals sing to you every morning. Great. In the morning and in the morning. Okay, super. Great.
Wow.
I'm trying to be fast, so I can't get quite so much detail. I'm trying to be as fast as I can.
Here is just a message that T. Barb says. She's sitting in the house that she and her daughter manifested. And thanking. That's so good. Oh my God! That brings chills. Me chills. Yeah. Yep.
T. Barb is awesome, you guys. T. Barb is awesome. She's left comments, and it's just the things that she has been through and been able to assimilate and then kind of go on to the other side and make the best of is amazing. So happy for you. What a thank you for sharing.
That is awesome. And yes, I didn't see down here, but Medium Kim, welcome to you. Thank you. And let's see, anybody else sneak in here? Oh, okay. Here's a good question. Kathy S. wants to know, what can you tell me about my guides or angels' personalities?
That's a really good question. By the way, I'm going to introduce this book because I bought this book maybe 10 years ago, and I've been called to reread it. I've read it. This will be, I think, my 4th time, and it's about your Anya.
I have the same one.
You have the same one. Isn't it great?
There's a brand new one. She just re-released it. And
she just re-released this. Great.
Yeah, it's in a blue book, soft paperback, but Keith and I have been going through it and working with it. That's awesome. Yeah. It's a great
know how
book.
old this is because it's a hardback. Yep. And you know how many books I've thrown out over the years because I'm trying to lighten my load, and this one keeps making the cut.
Keeps coming back.
The reason this is valid for this question too is she talks about the difference between angels and guides, right? Yep. And I think that's important too for her. And I feel like we all have different opinions about this, and perhaps none of us are right. You know what I mean?
Right.
So go with what validates for you. Go with what feels right for you. Okay. That's the most important thing for her. She says that the angels have never incarnated. Spirit guides have incarnated at least for one life. Otherwise, how would they know how to help you, right? I mean, they have this kind of real world experience with you, right? So when I talk about your personalities of your guides, I find that we have 1 or 2 guides that stay with us throughout our whole life, and their personalities can be a little bit more serious or a little bit more teacher in their interaction with us. And then I know for me, I have new guides that come in pretty regularly, maybe because I wear them out. But I have new guides that come in. And so your guides right now, if I'm going to connect with your guides, who is this? Kathy. Okay. Kathy, personalities. They're showing me that they are helping they're telling me what they're helping you with. They're helping you with patience, learning patience and not being so stubborn, or actually they said the word bullheaded, not their word, not mine. Hopefully that resonates with you. So their personality is one that is gentle encouragement is what I feel like, because they know that if they push you, you're just not going to react. You're not going to react well to that. Right. I react. Mine are comedians. Yes. Mine can push me because I don't mind that. Like that's why I'm on this video today, is because they pushed me. But some people pushing doesn't work, right? So your guides, I think, Kathy, are a little bit more they work a little bit with a little bit more softer energy towards you. Hopefully that makes sense.
That's great. You know, when we're reading it, I never realized how many hierarchies of angels there were and
Right. We're
types of
talking about this book.
angels. Right.
Yeah.
There's it, and I put it in the chat as well for
Oh, thank
anybody
you.
that
Perfect.
wants that. It's
Perfect.
a great book, and you can take your time with it. But I pretty much Keith and I, my husband and I, worked on it together, and we um, have decided that we just want the angels to tell us what they need to tell us and to always be with us, and that we're not adverse to having them tell us or guide us or whatever, because usually you have to ask. They don't do anything unless you ask, if you don't give that permissions. And I know that that's what you did with your guides and your angels, Susan, in order to open up. So that's awesome.
That's such a good, thank you for bringing that up, Aley, because that people don't realize that. You have to give them permission. You know, we have free will, so your guides need permission from you to help.
Right, absolutely. Elaine, thank you for a question. Can you give us her name for Susan? Just her first name.
How's my sister? You're worried about her. Tell me if I'm wrong. Oh, I also need to say this. I need to say this, you guys. When I'm connecting to the other side, meaning people that are crossed over, it's very common for me to get energies mixed up. So I could actually be reading instead of Elaine's, let's say Elaine's sister was crossed over, and I know she's not, but let's say she was. I could be reading Renee's family, right? Because you guys are all together
all
in
here.
my energy stream. So sometimes people jump in, we call it piggybacking. They kind of piggyback on somebody else's energy to get their reading in. So if I'm off, just tell me that doesn't quite work for me and I'll go back and sort it out.
There you go.
I feel like Elaine, your sister's energy feels to me frazzled. She feels very like overwhelmed, and I just feel like a lot of anxiety, like nervous, like just like overwhelmedness. I feel that she feels overwhelmed. And when I'm in her energy, I can't make decisions because I can't see anything. I'm overwhelmed by everything. I'm having a hard time really making decisions, even simple decisions. Does that make sense, Elaine? If it does, I can, her name is Lola. Okay. The overwhelm could be from anything. It could be from, work or past, it could be relationships. It could be, external, like drugs or alcohol. It could be any reason, but she's just feeling like I feel very scared and want to just get small.
Ah, okay.
It does. It resonates. Okay. So to help her, first of all, you have to understand that you're not responsible for her, right? I mean, you really, in a lot of ways, you can't help her, right? Because we're all in the bottom line of this thing is we're all in this on our own. But in as much as you could try to assist her in whatever way, I feel like honestly, just talking to her, giving her a chance to talk it out, because sometimes when you talk, you can actually get a better handle on what's going on up here. When we're up here, this is not good. This is because it just gets turned around and turned around and turned around, and then we're lost, right? So verbalizing things can sometimes really bring clarity. So I think just letting her talk is the best thing you can do for her. As you know, she has to take action herself. She has to make those steps herself. No one else can do it for her. But you can help her get some clarity by talking to her.
There you go. I think it always helps. Just makes you feel better being able to air what you need to air.
Yeah. Sorry, Elaine, that makes you sad.
Oh. Jennifer wants to know what caused her chronic kidney disease, if possible.
I don't know if I could, chronic kidney disease. This would be also a good time. I don't have this book. This would also be a good time to give you another book that I think is really helpful to everybody, and that is by Louise Hay.
You can heal your life.
I think it's called "You Can Heal Your Life." Right? Yeah. Do you know it, Aley?
I do.
Heal Your Life. Louise Hay.
Yep. Best book in the world. It really is. I've had it forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I put it up.
Okay, thank you, because I was going to look it up on Google. Okay, and what she does, listen, everybody should get this book because it's pretty mind blowing, honestly. It talks about how when you have an illness in your body, it corresponds to something else, right? It corresponds to an emotion or a situation or whatever. Aley, you might be able to speak more to that book.
My first remembrance of anything that has to do with the kidney is that, what are you pissed off about?
Yeah.
And so I remember one time being really, quote, pissed at my daughter, and I kept saying, "You're pissing me off." And do you know that I ended up with a bladder infection? So you got to be careful with your words. You got to be careful, but you want to look at those metaphors, those double entendres, all that other stuff. You got to be very careful with how you use your words. But yeah, that book is great, and it tells you a lot of people, for instance, in another case, if they have asthma or if they have problems in their lungs, they're feeling smothered. They're feeling maybe smothered by their mother, even, if mother love, that kind of thing. It's a great book, and it covers all manner of.
It does.
Yeah.
And a common one is lower back. When you have lower back pains, that corresponds to finances. And
not feeling supported. Yep.
And you can even, if you start having back trouble, you can just say, whoa, stop. Okay. Yep. My bank account is fine. I feel supported. You can kind of really, that's your clue, right? That's your clue. So I don't know if I can tell you exactly what caused that, but I can guarantee you that if you listen to what Aley says, go back through your life and look at situations that probably match that. And then you can go about healing those problems.
Right. Healing those energies. That's right. The other thing, I've been reading a lot. I read a lot on the Tao. I love the Tao. And every morning I get a message from my Tao, which means the way, and it's wisdom. But it says we're not to worship or pray for, quote, this or that. First, what you do is you pray or you ask for, and you bring up appreciation and gratitude for what is, whatever it is. And because the other is more a tit for tat. In other words, I'll be a good girl if you give me this, or I'll do this. I'll go to church 20 times if you do this. It's not a tit for tat. And we tend to also think of God as a personification of a person, but he's energy. He's light. No one's ever seen that face of God. And what is it? And I'm not biblical or highly religious, but I believe that Moses could not even see him on the mountain because he would have blinded him. He was too big and too blind. So again, I'm not trying to get into religiosity here, but I think it doesn't matter what path you're on. You're working with affirmations or you're working with appreciation and gratitude. It's going to help you along the way. Yeah. And please, Danny and Kim, say whatever you'd like to
join
add in here. Yeah.
Please join in.
And yes, Danny recommended the channel. Thank you, Danny. We appreciate it. Please be sure to go to both my channel and Susan Lynn's Psychic Medium and like or click on or join us. And for our, we'd love to have you. And we do appreciate everybody who signed up. Thank you so much. We love our subscribers.
We do.
We love
you.
We do.
We're very grateful. We're grateful for the community, right?
Absolutely. It's been getting us through now for quite a while. So.
Sure.
Thank God.
Sure not the only thing that's gotten me through was our beautiful community saved me.
It saved me too.
Yeah. So the question was for Carrie, do her guides have a message for you when I go into your energy, Carrie? They want to say, keep going. They just keep saying, just keep going. I don't know if you're, it feels like I feel like you might be starting something new, or maybe it's an inkling of something new, but whatever that is, whether it's still an inkling or is something that you're actively thinking about, or if it's something you've started, keep going. They want you to keep going. Hopefully that makes sense, Carrie. They have your back. Your guides are with you, 24/7. They're with you. They're helping you, and you can ask them for help, and you can give them permission to help you. Awesome. How does that sound to you, Carrie? Hopefully that makes sense. Tiger wanted to know which book. It's this book. I think, or no. Well, this is one book. The other book was Louise Hay.
Oh yeah, You Can Heal Your Life. Right. I put it down in the chat if you need it. Yeah.
Thank you, Danny. You're sweet.
Before she takes this next question here, I want to say hi to Lauren. I want to say hi to let's see, somebody else this is their first time here. I just want to welcome you and thank you for coming. And God bless you. So we have Tiger Weiss Jones. I think she is asking, do her guides or loved ones have something to say?
I'm going to check in with you, Tiger. They're talking about art. They're talking about art being important in your life, or art being an artist, or art as a form of self-expression. Also, art brings you joy. And so from that, they're saying to heal. I feel something right here, either in my heart chakra, that needs to be healed. There's something in here that is in the process of being healed. And art, music, poetry, when they say art, they're not only talking about painting, but they're talking about poetry and music and all of those things that are just so beautiful to you, to bring them into your heart and let them heal. Oh, she's an artist. Okay, great. I know, Tiger, that I've done, but I don't remember readings. I don't remember readings at all. Zero, nothing. I ran into a person yesterday. She said, well, I was at her shop, and she does, Reiki and things. And she said, well, you remember when you told me I was going to have water in here? And I was just like, no, I don't remember. She's like, well, I didn't understand, but the shop next door pipes broke and flooded my shop. But because you told me that, and my landlord told me I was really quick, and it didn't harm anything. But I literally don't remember. So I don't remember that you're an artist, Tiger. That's great that you're writing your memoir. That's perfect. That's very healing too, right? That's very healing.
It is. It's another form of artistic creativity. Absolutely.
And release. And you're releasing, right?
You're releasing. Yep. Christiane Maggie, I think you're new for me anyway. Welcome. And
welcome,
thanks
Christiane.
For asking the question. Yeah.
Christiane, you have, and I'm also not really reading the chat, but I feel like you have, it feels like you have a new family addition. Either, I feel like there's a new baby, or maybe this baby is a toddler or something, but I feel an outpouring of love for this new addition to your life. It's either coming or here, but the love is there. So regardless of where the baby is, there's love there for this new addition. It could actually be a pet, but it feels like there's an addition, like a toddler, a baby, or something like that. And then your guide's message for you is, your guides are interesting. One of my commenters yesterday said, our guides are hecklers. I'm like, yeah, that's right. But your guide's message to you says, do it anyway. They said, you'll know what they're talking about. And they're saying, do it anyway. So I like that. I hope it's a good thing that you're going to be doing. It sounds awesome.
That's awesome. Angela thinks she found one of her guides.
Yes, he is powerful. Absolutely. Yeah. So you'll notice that some of the guides, you sense this power, right? It's like you almost sort of back up a little bit, right? And then other guides have a very light energy to them. Like what I was saying earlier was that if they feel like you're going to resonate with the power, then that's the kind of guide that will come in. If power would not be good for you, if it wouldn't resonate well with you, if you would feel pushed by it, then that they won't bring that kind of guide in. So obviously you're feeling connected or validated or somehow connected to that power. I feel like you feel powerful, right? You're ready. There's a lot of power in my sternum. You're ready to do something. You're ready to, be big, to,
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh,
fantastic. And somebody cracked me up. They said something. It was really funny just about the time that Angela, what was that? It was, oh my God, it was really funny. Uh-oh, you guys there's a lot of questions in here now. We're in trouble. Okay, I know
we're backed up a bit. Yeah.
It was something really funny. It made me laugh. But we'll find it, I'm sure. There's a lot. We should keep going, I guess. Oh, Abe the Babe. She calls her guide Abe the Babe. No, I don't think they're I don't think they're offended. I don't think they're offended at that. I think I feel like the energy is one of like a smirk in humans. You know what I mean? Like, because we see things like in our own way, right? In our own context. And that's how we view everything, is in our human context, right? So I think that's funny.
Wow. Isn't that something?
Lauren, your spiritual purpose. Lauren. That's a hard one to answer in a yes, that's a hard one to answer in a quick. Your spiritual purpose. Well, yeah, I could do that. Okay. They're talking about going a little bit broader. I mean, all of our spiritual purpose is to love. Mm-hmm. Every last one of us. The answer to everything is love. So that's number one. And as you all know, because we're all on this channel together for a reason, and it's been hard the last 4 years to find love, to be loved, to to show love, because it's just been hard. Been hard for me, maybe not for you guys. It's been hard for me. So for me too. Yeah. Lauren, you might have some healing. I'm feeling healing around you, Lauren. And like my hands are hot. Like I'm getting that kind of Reiki hot hands thing. And also crystals. So I think that you are here to help. But it's an inside job, Lauren. They're saying you have to start with yourself. You have to value yourself. And then from there, you can give.
Absolutely. I'm going to put in a quick plug for the Tarot Love community. Instagram, tarot_love_community is at Instagram, and she also has it at Renee put up the website address.
Yeah, put up the website.
Oh, I'm sorry. In the bio at Tarot Community at Instagram, you can find it. And it's a great community. It helps you find what you're looking for, if you're for a reader or for a healer or whatever your interests might be or your questions might be at that time. So thank you so much. All right. Marianne lives in Cleveland. Her daughter's in Ontario. Oh, she wants to know if she can go visit her new grandbaby. Will the border be open?
I wonder what Danny thinks about this too. I think I've been seeing that Canada is going to open late fall. It might be more like September. I'm hoping by November for sure. But we have this thing with the fall. Well, we're having a bit of an increase in cases right now. And then, for whatever reason, this darn virus, I guess we're all inside, right? But in the fall and the winter, it kicks up a notch. So I feel like despite the fact that we're going to have everybody be really vaccinated in America, I think that there's going to be enough cases that what they're telling me is that is the research definitive about whether or not I can be a carrier even though I've been vaccinated, right? So that research has to be done to a degree that we have no questions about it. And then after that, then with our little vaccination card, we'll be able to travel more. But I feel like I've seen, yes, this fall, but maybe late fall.
Mm-hmm. This new variant has really put a chink in the armor here. because it is supposedly much easier to contract. And even if we have our shots, and we just, they keep changing their mind, but they don't have anything else they can do but just go by what they can see. And so
That's
we
right.
shouldn't condemn them. A lot of
No.
people condemn that. I don't condemn it. I think they've done a fairly good
Yeah.
job letting us
Yeah.
know. And Danny, I'm glad you're here. You can come anytime. And yes, I like multitasking too, and I like going to your community and all the other communities as well. So thank you.
And did you guys see Sheila, Celtic Tarot Sheila? Did you guys see the one where Danny was the
Oh, he was?
unknown
I
psychic
wondered
with
who
the
it
bag
was.
on his head? Danny, I knew that was you. I knew it because the movements. I was like, that's Danny Shea. But anyway, that was fun. I'm
Oh,
so
that is
glad we have this
fun.
wonderful community.
I know. Did you guys used to watch the Unknown comic that
Yeah.
used to be out there many, many years ago? Is that what he was trying to do? The
Those of us
Unknown
at a certain
Tarot.
age, yes.
I think it's great. People are thinking up all new ways to do this.
I do
That's
too.
great.
I do
Yeah.
too.
I hope I haven't missed anybody. If I have missed you, and you're before Yolanda's, would you just repost it at the bottom? And I apologize. I'm trying to keep up. I don't want anybody to miss out if I can find them.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Tiger. That sounds horrible. I'm sorry you lost your brother. I'm terribly sorry about that.
Oh dear. Yes. Sending blessings to you.
Mm. Mr. Bill. Yeah. 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 Yes. So, anybody have any questions? I will, if nobody has any questions right at this moment, I will talk about my spirit guides.
Well, I got one up here, Susan.
Oh, you do? I'm so sorry. Name
that's
of my
okay.
guide's Bruce.
Yeah.
When Yolanda, yes, I do think the name of one of your guides is Bruce. Bruce. When they tell me the names, I have to sound it out phonetically. Yeah, I think it is Bruce. It rhymes with spruce. So yes, I think it is Bruce.
All right. Now this one, before you answer it, I just want to say, Joybird, you always, up until the day you die, have a lot to do. I'm 65. I'll be 66. I'm right in your purview. And we have a lot to do. And we're glad you're here. And probably Susan can give you more information. But I want to tell you that I appreciate that you stay the course. And you can grow spiritually up to the day you die.
Yeah, she's absolutely right, Joybird. And I think the reason you're asking the question might be because you feel, you have this feeling that maybe there's something I'm supposed to do, but I'm not exactly sure what could it be. And what's interesting is in my readings, my psychic and mediumship readings, a lot of my clients are 70, 80 years old, 85, 88. I mean, seriously. And their guides are telling them, we would like for you to do this. They're telling them, just like Aley said, we're active. We're supposed to be active until we exit. And what's happening right now is that we all are being called forth to help others, whether that be that you do something metaphysical. It doesn't matter. It just means that we have to help with our compassion. And that's where love. I think we all have to work, with our hearts. Yeah. And because guys, these people are going to, some subset of these people are going to wake up and be like, oh my God, I've been duped, I've been had, I made decisions that maybe, I lost my, family or my job or whatever, right? And that's where we are being asked to stand in our compassion and to say, come here, we're going to help you. We understand. Not, and I'm not saying it's easy. Don't get me wrong. I am not a saint. But that's part of the thing that you can do. But if you feel compelled, you can start learning some different metaphysical things, I do feel like you have things that you will be doing, teaching. I don't know if you've done yoga or if you've done it in the past, if it's something you've done in the past. I can see you teaching things. I can see you teaching gentle yoga. I can see you teaching, I don't know. I see you spreading this warmth of happiness, and whether it's at a community center, you know, the guides are always talking about us getting involved in our communities. They want us all to go down to the local school and help kids learn to read and help kids just be that sanity, be that mother figure that maybe they don't have, right? There's so many things. There's so many things we can do.
Yep, absolutely. All right. And we have a cool mom here. 1, 2, 3. I want to bring something up, and I don't want to be political, but I do want you to find yourself, if you have older parents that tended to want to give Trump their support, which is their choice, would you please just check on if they gave him any money for the Stop the Steal thing at the end? There are people that are losing $3,000 and $4,000 a month because there's a box and you have to uncheck the box. And so there's taking out money sometimes weekly out of their accounts. It's not a one-time thing. And I'm just concerned, especially for the older people, but it could be a younger person had that same thing happen. And I saw it on the news, and there's no judgment here, but just check on those that you know may be having that issue. So
I agree. Okay. I agree totally. Okay. Cool mom, your guides, first of all, they want to show me a couple of different things. Like, first of all, you've got some masculine guides at the moment that are, the one is very interesting. The one is, he feels more, what is it? I see these strong arms. And I think that's lending you strength. You know what I mean? They're coming to you right now to give you that kind of strength and that kind of I don't know, muscle. Like you can't, like when you think about somebody who's strong, you can't push them over, right? You can't you can't take advantage of them. They're strong. So that's the energy they're giving you right now. And you ask their names. Right now, and the guides change, okay? But right now what I hear is Cleonis, and it sounds like Cleonis, Cleonis. It would be the one guide that is the strong. And then I also see a female guide, or feminine energy guide, if you will. And so they're showing me how she can be strong without the muscles, right? She's just a different, the outside package looks different, but she is also very strong. And how to take the feminine and masculine and just kind of, you know, you put them together. And then her name starts with an S, or an S sound. It sounds like Sarnay, like Sarnay, Sarnay. Or maybe, I mean, I'm spelling it phonetically. Who knows? But anyway, hope that helps. Cool mom. Thank you for watching. Excellent. Thank you for commenting.
That is great. By the way, if anybody knows anyone that is a Shih Tzu breeder, let me know. Just let me know. Okay. Robin wants to know, is anybody, am I able to work with energies and heal people by using Reiki?
Yeah. Hi, Robin. You're going, yeah, you can. I can see you. I can see that this would appeal to you. I don't know much about Reiki, but I know that it's symbols, and I know that it's mental. In other words, you have to learn a lot and you get certified, and then you have this energy that you can use, right? And I feel like that's really good for you. I like it. I like it for you. But you're just get the like first thing, like become a Reiki 1 or a 2. I know you want to be the master, and you can be the master, but you don't really need it. and really what they want you to do is move on, right? Because Reiki is a introduction for you to energy healing, and then you're going to be moving on to some different kinds of healing that have different. It's just a different modality. Okay, does that make sense, Robin? I have. If you'll email me and remind me to introduce you to a woman named Susanna, because I won't remember this. But if you'll remind me to email you, I'll do that, and I think that would be interesting for you. Okay.
Oh, good. Okay.
And Medium Kim on here is a great healer, you guys. She's a medium, but she is a fantastic healer. Please check out her channel. She's got some
absolutely. And also Danny Shea, Bathrobe Tarot. He had to leave,
Danny Shea.
But yeah, he's a great guy too.
Yes, absolutely.
Lisa Marie has a question. She's been on her journey for the last year. Wonders if her guides have any messages.
They're showing me that you're deepening. Okay, so they're showing me you have really gone deep into your spiritual journey. So, like instead of like just touching on things, like touching on tarot, touching on crystals, you like deep dive. you go all the way in. And that's fine. But I think you might have gone too far. I think what you need to do is pull back out a little bit, get a broader perspective of all the different modalities, because I think you've gone so far that you don't know what to do next, and you can't see it because you've gone past it, right? So pull back out and look at the broader picture with all the different modalities, and then try some other things as well. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense.
That's awesome. All right. I'm trying to find here the next name. Oh, Medium Kim has something fun to say. She has a guide named Silvertoe because that's all I'll see.
That's fantastic.
I know.
He's so big, Medium Kim, that like all your vantage point is this toe, right? And like you want to look up, and it's like, get dizzy.
That's really funny.
That is awesome. And you smell Morocco. Wow. I love it. That's great. Hey, Medium Kim, tell us, how did you find him? How did you meet him? Through meditation, or how did you find him?
Awesome. We're waiting on that question to be answered. But
yeah, sure.
I did put this other one up.
I got a bad feeling about Tom getting the vaccine. However, I think Tom wants to go somewhere. He wants to travel someplace, which is making him mad, actually. Even if he just wants to go to Canada or go, I don't know. I feel like he wants to cross a border. I don't know that he's a big Mexico fan, but I think for him, it's principle, right? You're not going to, I'm going to travel. You're not going to make me get that passport. They talk about us having a vaccine passport, right?
I know.
I think the only thing that's going to make him get a vaccine is if something he wants really bad precludes him from having it, he'll get the vaccine. But here's the thing, Becca, you can't even talk about it, because he'll be the kind of person that will get the vaccine in private, never tell you about it, and still talk bad about the vaccine, but he's got his. You know what I'm saying? So you can't push him. He's not an idiot, actually. So I think he might get it on the down low, honestly. Never thought of that before, but yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what the other guy did. The former guy did. He got it on the down low, and then
that's right. Yep.
About it. But we have to have extra vaccines, like if we go to South America, or if we go, yellow fever and all this other stuff. And it's not a problem. It's like people want to go there, they do that. But
That's right.
yeah, it's become too politicized.
It
I
has.
just want to mention, T Barb, you know what your purpose and spiritual purpose is. It was something you rebelled against at the beginning. Yes, that sounds very familiar, but I'm glad you've embraced it and joy. Brought you joy. I'm sorry about your brother passing from COVID. Um, his wife didn't wear a mask. Oh my
It's
goodness.
terrible.
The
No,
karma.
it's
Ooh,
terrible.
ooh, I'm
It's
sorry.
terrible. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. So much
Oh,
forgiveness, guys. We just have to have compassion and forgiveness for everybody.
yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, it's going to be the hardest thing that we've ever done, I think, in the next few years, but it's what we have to do.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they come in new.
Yeah, they come in new. I have new guides all the time. They switch out or whatever. The drum is it's a steel.
Wow.
It's called a steel tongue, tongue drum, and
Oh, it's beautiful.
that's what it sounds like.
Oh,
So you can get
wow.
those anywhere. You can get them on Amazon. They run from 40 to as much as you want to pay. A friend gave me this. It's not that small, so you have to, you don't want to get one that's too small because I don't think they have the same sound. But
Right.
I think this one was around 60 to 80.
That's
Just
beautiful.
FYI.
I love that.
And I
Wow.
play that. Oh, cool. I play it because it changes the energy. It raises the vibration and
Yep,
it changes the energy.
it does. Absolutely. Abantika, welcome back. I know you have been at least to one of these, and so she has a question today.
Let me read that. Delays happening business contract. In your business contract. Oh boy. You're going to have to do a follow-up answer to this, but I feel like they're showing me that well, let me give you the answer and then I think the contract is going to go through, but it is going to be quite delayed. They're telling me to broaden. Like I feel like all your eggs are in this basket, or not all, but this basket represents a big portion of your business. And they're telling me that by focusing on this basket, you're missing this and this and this, right? So they want you to broaden again and look at other funding opportunities. It's a delay to help you see that if you re-envision what you do a little bit, you can find that you can make this money. You can have this business in other ways. So it doesn't look the same. Okay. It looks a little different, but there are other opportunities out there for you. Hopefully that makes sense. And I hope that helps you.
I think I might have missed this from earlier, so thank you for
Yes, I'm glad you grabbed it. Yeah. Yes. Has she found the baby boy she missed a lot? They are both on the other side. I didn't know about the boy until my mother passed. Yes, she found him. They are together. They are together. I'm getting chills. They're together. She has him.
Oh,
she has him, and I mean like here. She has him here, not like holding his hand, not like holding him on her hip, not like it's a hug. It's right here, heart to heart, heart to heart. Beautiful.
And she says that she didn't know about the baby until after, or about the time her mom passed, and everything was so secretive. At least in my mother and probably her mother's generation. It's only recently that we've come out and we've been free to talk about lots of different things. So
True.
there are a lot of people just finding out things they had no idea about. I find that to be fascinating.
That is true.
Marielle Rosario. Ooh. You're going to love the left coast. I call it the left coast.
The left coast, yeah. But what part of the West Coast? That's a big, that runs the
runs the whole gambit.
Runs the whole gamut of how that could work for you. Overall, I'm feeling new opportunities. I'm feeling excitement. I'm feeling good change. I'm feeling reciprocity.
Nice.
I think it's going to work good. I think it's going to be good for you. Well, congratulations.
Good. Yes. Enjoy. Thank you, Medium Kim. We appreciate anything that you have said on here to our people as well. Hi, Lo, I am. All right. So T-Barb says, okay. I don't know Reiki, but I put hands on my kitties and dogs. It helps. Yeah. And they give it back to you, don't they? They lower your blood pressure.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it does. You are having an effect on them. Absolutely. And sometimes they don't show it outwardly, right? But yeah, they're showing me, T-Barb, that sometimes I don't think you do this, but like if you lean over something, the energy can feel off. But I see you getting lower to their level, or they're on your lap, and I see you moving your hands like this. If you can imagine like the energy being ruffled, you know what I mean, and like ragged, and if you smooth the energy. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, we got 2 more questions for today, and then we got to go. Susan's got some meetings she has to attend to. So.
Oh, I'm glad you got that one. Great. I feel a calling. Yes. Oh, goodness. Let me see. I feel your stuck energy. And I understand it. I get it too. Okay. What they want to say is that they can't, they're having a hard time getting through to you. There seems to be a block around your heart. So a little bit more self-care, a little bit more love. Like you want to give, but the problem is there's nothing being poured back in here. So we really have to work. There's still a little bit of work that needs to be done around your heart chakra. If you can just work on that with some self-care, some self-love, heart chakra meditations, you can find guided meditations on YouTube. I feel like that's what you need to do right now, because they can't tell you you're not ready exactly, just ready to do this, like to start like tomorrow. So do those things. Catch me on another live, or even email me, and but do the work first and then shoot me an email or something.
Okay. This is the last question for today. I'm sorry to anybody who posted, but Susan's got to go. We usually here about an hour.
Yes. Thank you guys so much. So when will I leave? When will I leave? And I was reading, will I leave my corporate job? Okay. Wow. This is the thing, right? They want you to know that you can do this. But they want you to, they're showing me that there seems to be like a handoff, like, they're happy for you to do Reiki. They're happy for you to do healing. They're thrilled about this, but they want you to be a little bit careful about leaving the corporate job and starting the new job. They almost want you to do both until you can build up your Reiki business. And then also you're going to be doing some other things. I don't know if you've already started this yet, but I see you doing either talks, like at the UU, the Unitarian Universalist Church, or someplace that would be amenable to hearing about Reiki. You could even go to community centers They're showing me if you're in the right part of the country, you could do this at assisted living places where you're literally educating people. This is part of your role, is to share, is to educate. So start doing that as well, and then that will help build your Reiki business. But it's not just Reiki. You're not supposed to just be in a darkroom healing people. There's this whole other side of it. You're supposed to be sharing and spreading that information.
Very good.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. What an awesome day. Thank you, everybody. We send you all our love and light. If I missed any of you, I sorely apologize. And I send you love and light. Thank you. We'll see you next week sometime. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great week. Love to you all.
Love to you all.